Well, hey, and welcome to another episode of Hush Hush Taboo Talks with Juju and Shay and Juju. I'm Juju.
And I'm Shay.
We could do either or, right?
Right.
Okay, I made the same mistake before. People are going to start thinking it's intentional. It's totally not.
Right.
Because we're both like, if anything, it is Shay and Juju first because like 20,000 something followers later, you know what you're talking about. So it is Shay and Juju. But this is a particularly... I like this one myself because I saw this on. I follow this woman, J Ray Live, Jaeerae Live, and she's a seer, like a mystic, and she's an astrologer and all of that. So she knows, she's an intuitive. She posted this. I don't know if these are her words or someone else's, but this is her post, one of her posts, and I just want to read it and then we can discuss it because it's so perfectly said. I wish it was mine, but it's not. But I'm going to say that it's not because it isn't.
Right.
You are too much for some people. Your willingness to own your shit and ask another to do the same is threatening to the people who aren't yet in touch with themselves. Your integrity, your honesty, your vulnerability, your desire for real connection will scare the shit out of some people. They're not your people. So I was
that says a lot.
A to the men. It's so loaded, but it's also like 100% true, and it's no one's fault. It's just that this is how some things play out.
Right.
This is the natural occurrence of something. So I think it warrants a little conversation, y'all.
Right. It does.
Yeah. So I know I've said this before. In one of the 36 episodes we've done at this point. Shout out to being prolific.
Yes.
And productive. So the first sentence, like very soon, like I have a book of birthdays. So every day of the year it's like a 2-page description. The secret language of birthdays. If y'all are interested, I forgot the authors, but I think there's only one. There's a series of them. They do secret language of your life path and like all these things. But anyway, this is just born on the actual day.
Right.
Information of your actual born day, and it said that I should be wary of inciting antagonism and jealousy in others just because I exist the way I do.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, okay. And I think I read this shit when I was like 16 or 14 or something. And I'm like, okay, that's good because I can use that to, I knew at a very early age that superficiality was the way of the world. Like most people, you're judged on. I mean, you do. I guess you have to make certain judgments out of survival and like certain things we kept from like the hunter-gatherers. But you depend a lot on your eyesight, and if you're attractive, you get more favor. And if you present another way like LGBT or something, then you get less favor. But now it's getting better. But you know these things as a kid.
Right.
Like certain things just by having eyes and ears and shit. But I'm just saying like. I thought I could use it. I thought that it wouldn't be that problematic. But girl, there are, jealousy, antagonism, or whatever. If you're existing as you exist,
yes.
And of course you're good. They said that there's someone who said if you don't want to offend anyone, then don't do anything ever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So of course, but usually my time with people and our rapports are good. So there's no reason for jealousy,
right.
I feel.
Right.
And also replace jealousy in your head. We just talked about consumption in your thoughts. In your head, replace it replace I'm jealous of with I'm inspired by.
Right.
That helps.
Right.
That helps me. I'm not saying that, I'm human, so I've experienced the emotion of jealousy before.
Right.
But it's been a minute. I can't tell you the last time.
Right.
And also it's more like, ooh, I like what they're doing. Let me not only credit them, because it's their work or it's their expression, but also say thank you because I'm inspired.
Right.
So I mean, that's what you think about that because it's
right.
a lot.
No, it's a lot, and you're hitting it right on the button. I feel like you're nailing it right on the button.
Well, you've had
so
some
I feel like that. I feel like sometimes people say it's about physical appearance. Yes, it is somewhat about physical appearance, but also it's your inner light as well. I feel like your aura in general, people see first. No matter what you look like, your aura is first. Like I say, I read energy before I read, anything else. So if your aura, you come in a room and you don't even have to say one word to anybody and everybody looking at you stank, It's because your light is so bright. They see something in you that you don't even see in yourself. Oh, I don't like her because she has too much confidence. Oh, I don't like her because how she carry herself. Oh, I don't like him because he walking like this, like he think he's the shit. Like,
I'll be so quick to leave a room.
Absolutely.
If the most of the people are like that, and I'm not gonna be uncomfortable.
Yes.
I'll stay home and have a VH.
Right.
So yeah, I'm serious too. I'll be Leela Rashawn.
No.
Yes, I will.
No, but it's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, people can actually be jealous of your aura and how you are as a person. Like I said, you don't even know how much what people see when you walk into a room. They see your determination. They see your ambition. They see, oh, she's too confident, because something inside of them is wrong. Like, something they have to work on. They have to do their shadow work. They have to heal from their traumas. And they have to build up their insecurities, basically. And most people do this. They talk about other people to make themselves feel better about themselves.
And so it's a projection of
how they feel about themselves. Absolutely.
Yes, right.
When you talk about somebody else that caused you no harm and just make a gossip about it, it's something inside of you that's going on that you need healing from, that you're talking about. Like, I hate when women just be like, oh, what is she doing? Or even men, what are they doing? What is he? Why is he wearing this?
It just manifests differently. But yeah, toxic, all of it. Toxic femininity, toxic masculinity.
But if you're talking about somebody, that means that, like you said, you're projecting your insecurities onto that person.
For sure.
You are an insecure person and you're not confident about yourself. Because a confident person will come into a room and not talk about anybody and just be them. And you don't even have to say, hey, I'm the baddest chick in the room, or I'm the baddest guy in the room, or I'm the most determined in this room. It's your aura. Your aura speaks for itself.
You command it effortlessly.
Effortlessly.
And that bothers people. Like this,
it
intimidates
this people.
Well, I mean, then they're not your people. That was the last thing she said.
Absolutely.
Or whoever wrote it.
And that's why I distance myself and I don't go out like that. You
Come
know
on.
that? Because I don't fool around with evil people that's jealous of your spirit.
Yeah, so the sun sign was, that was a doozy. Just on my date of birth, I had to be wary of that kind of energy. And then I told you there's like a whole bunch of Leos and all the other stuff. So like how I communicate and the, the Mars, the Venus, and the Mercury, that's all Leo too. So it's like just the way I exist impresses upon people a feeling of, like, I guess, royalty or something. I don't know how they think. You'll have to ask them, and I know that we don't care to ask such unsavory people. But I can only imagine it's because, when you do things, it looks like that look effortless. And I'm telling, like, life, it takes effort. And, doing, like, when I shifted to vegan, when I incorporated yoga, that's all work, and I'm not doing it just to say that I could, because to say that I do it. I'm not doing it just to have the label. It takes work to do that, and so it's not effortless. But I guess if it appears effortless to people who are less secure, and you look good doing it, which again, that's 50% my parents' good genes, and 50% how I've maintained them. And which is all, again, effort. So anyway, if how I look is bothersome to other people, then that's their bother.
And then your aura on top of that.
Thank you, girl. It takes one to
know one.
And
your light on top of that.
Thank you.
And then...
Same.
Yeah.
Likewise, I mean.
Yeah. Like I'm saying, when people say, oh, she thinks she's too good, or she thinks she's better than this. No, you think I'm too good.
Those are your thoughts,
You think
your
I'm
actions.
better than this.
Those are your thoughts.
You think I'm better than you.
Correct.
That's why you feel a certain type of way, and that's why you want to make me feel uncomfortable, because you're uncomfortable in my presence. Now, my presence is a present. Kiss my ass.
Come on, Kanye. Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
More specifically, they can kiss my ass. Okay, y'all niggas got jokes. That's a different song, but it's the same message. This one is definitely explicit. Yes, it is. Well,
But you know what?
Kanye's a musical genius. Yes.
People can be so intimidated by you that they want to roll their eyes. They want to talk about you. They want to make you feel little, because guess what? They feel little around you and around your presence.
Just because of your existence.
Just because of your existence.
It can happen that way.
Your light even if you don't see your light, and you're saying, well, why people pick on me, or why people ostracize me, or why people treat me this way? It's because you don't see it. You got to recognize that you are special and you are a chosen one. Regardless of what everybody's talking about you, they want to make you feel like you're ostracized and you're no good because they see something. The devil sees your potential before you see it. And I'm let me preach up in here. The devil sees your potential before you see it.
Seeing God's trying to tell you something.
Amen.
No, but you saying you ain't gonna do it. All right, well, they'll pay. Y'all can hit us up.
They gotta subscribe.
Listen, right? You gotta subscribe. That's what I'm saying. Subscription. Like, what's the word? PayPal? Yeah, subscriptions. We will definitely do that if that's a thing.
Right.
If that's the thing y'all want. But yeah, you're right. Though.
Yeah, the evilness in people can see your potential before you see it, and you gotta recognize and you gotta acknowledge. Oh, okay, so you think I'm a bitch. All right, so that's what you think. I can't change your perception of me. And like, I don't want to. Like I said on my TikTok, I'm a villain in somebody's story. And guess what? I don't give a fuck.
I hope I'm Maleficent.
I don't care.
Or Ursula. Let me be one of the good ones.
I don't care to change the narrative of your story, because your story is your story.
Also, you have no power to do that.
I have no power.
So what's out of your power shouldn't really be a concern
affect
of yours.
me.
Right. Amen.
I'm a villain in somebody's story, and I don't care at the end of the day, because that villain story is your story, and that could have been the old me. That could have been the old. You know, I change. We change. We evolve every day. So whatever you're telling people, you know, it's your business about me. That's your experience. That's your business. I could care less.
Right.
You know. So it's all about how you treat yourself, and like you said, once you treat yourself with kindness and grace, and you walk into a room, you don't even have to say anything to nobody, and they just dislike you. It's your aura, it's your light. It can definitely be intimidating. It can intimidate others
who are less secure, because everyone has insecurities about things, but when that's the overwhelming feeling that you have, and it takes over. When you feel threatened by somebody, then that's just for no friggin' reason.
You're just an insecure person, and you let jealousy and envy take over. And envy is a sin.
Those are deadly sins.
Yes,
actually.
So when you let that take over, guess what? Ain't nothing in your life gonna prosper.
Until you do right by yourself, nothing you do is everything you do is going to fail.
My words are powerful.
Yeah.
And nothing in your life will ever prosper if you have my name in your mouth and using it with an evil tongue. Okay? Everything you do will fall. And I'm being serious. And this is not me wishing it on people, but this is just what I see by experience.
It's just what is. Isn't that one of the laws of the universe, which we'll get back to, like, you know,
at some
point.
Put out there, yeah.
Yeah, it's reciprocity or something. Like, I forgot the name of it. But yes, what you reap, you sow.
Yeah.
What goes up comes down. Yeah. You know, it's the
and I'm not speaking to anybody specifically. I'm speaking about life in general.
Principle.
It's a life
experience. It happened before we were born. Right. This was This is when universe was universe.
Listen, when I was a teenager, people tried to bully me and ostracize me, and I look at them now and saying, "Wow, they're going through this. They're going like it. If you do certain things to people, it will come back to you, and that's why karma is a bitch. You cannot let your ego take over. You cannot let jealousy or envy take over, because that is bad for you to harbor inside. It's bad for your mental health, your health, your well-being in general. Yeah. Like, these are something you have to be mindful about. Like, we are all human, yes. We probably have jealous moments, but when we catch it and be like you said, I'm not jealous, I'm inspired. I'm inspired by this person. I'm motivated by this person.
I can't remember the last time I felt jealousy
I can't remember either. Probably when I was a teenager or when I was younger, but not anymore, because now I'm too mindful of my thoughts to even think that way. And I give compliments.
Big people up.
Yes, I'm a cheerleader.
I'll give people who I thought were good, who wanted to be bullies, more chances than I should.
I did too.
Before you see the light, and then once you know something, you don't know it. Right. Like you always know it.
Right. So I'm a number one cheerleader. Yeah. When I see something, even if I don't know you, I'm like, damn, you're doing big things.
I'm trying to be like you. All of that.
Yeah.
Hey, goddess.
But I also
king,
give credit, and I also say thanks. Like you said, if I see something, and if somebody inspired me, I say it. Like, you inspired me to do this. You inspired me to do this. You are my motivation, girl. Keep going. Keep going in general. You know what I'm saying? If I see somebody with a fly bag on, ooh, I like that bag. Where you got it from, girl? Ooh, I like your this. I will compliment you to the fullest.
Same.
I don't have a problem with saying that I like something. It's people out here that would like your color of your shirt. I said, this shirt looks good.
You are giving Whitney Houston so emotional 80s.
I'm so tired.
And y'all didn't see the whole outfit, but like, I did, and it's fierce. Yeah. I'm like, I want one, but then they're going to think that because I did copy you, so I ain't going to do it.
I can't do it.
But yeah.
No, but it would be people out there that would look at your shirt and like, and roll their eyes.
If I had a Missy Elliott bag on, they would be like, look at that bag. If I didn't even look appealing.
I can't do it.
But you're right. They will make something. They'll look at Mary Poppins and find something. She's practically perfect in every way.
Right. They will try to find a flaw in you.
You're right.
Try to find something that they see as a flaw.
Correct.
And pinpoint it to make themselves feel better, because guess what? They're intimidated by your aura. They're intimidated by your light. So if you are getting bullied out there or getting ostracized, just remember, there's something inside of you that is so powerful and magnetic that you attract these entities to you because you're so high up. And even though if you don't see your light, recognize it and now come to the conclusion like, yeah, you're right. I am powerful. I am this. I am determined. That's why people pick on me in the workplace and in this situation and that situation. It's because they see something in you that you don't see. It was
almost since I came out. But again, okay, so that book I was saying, the first sentence was of my birthday was, you fight. So I said this before in another episode too. You fight a losing battle against the world's scrutiny, but maybe it's because you're so damn eccentric anyway. It didn't say that verbatim, but that's basically what it said.
Right.
And I was like, okay, so but now I'm using it like when they asked James Baldwin, well, Mr. Baldwin, you were black and gay and Poe, so weren't those struggles for you? How did you overcome those? He's like, no, I didn't think I was unlucky. I thought I hit the jackpot.
Right.
I couldn't be any further. Right. I used all of these things as I saw them as gifts, and I exploited them as such. Exploiting meaning I utilized them, not like in a bad way. I said I have gifts on top of gifts, and these people saw it before I did. Then I saw the shit. I saw these blessings, and I was like, you have 4 Leos.
Yes.
Don't go crazy.
Yes.
Like don't own it too much, because then people already think that Leos are egocentric and narcissistic and all of those. So I feel like I'm too like the Virgo. Like I'm toward more Virgo. So like that humbles me. But the point is to know your light and to use it, and to not have it be used by unsavory energies that don't even appreciate it or know it.
Amen.
They know of it because it's appealing and attractive to them, and they're energetic vampires, right? But other than that, they don't really know. And then if they're interested in misusing and abusing and assaulting it, you gotta say bye. Bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch.
Yeah, that's what we say. The first time.
People probably pick me apart every day. I don't even read my TikTok comments anymore. But I'm like, okay, girl, so you want me to do this, you want me to do that, but guess what? I'm gonna do more because I'm an extra bitch. So now I'm gonna do more. You don't like me doing this, you don't like me doing that, I'm gonna do more. And that's just me. Nobody can never take me out of my element and my shit, because I've been doing this since I was 16 years old.
Right.
I've been fixing my shit up. I've been doing my hair. I've been doing my nails is crappy today, but I'm gonna do it. I've been doing my nails, beauty. But no, honey, like no. Yours is all shaped. Look at mine is out of order.
No, but it looks fine to me. But that's fine. You a perfectionist. I get it. You're saying.
I got natural beauty and I got glam beauty. I got all the beauty, bitch.
Right.
Inside beauty, outside beauty, all around beauty surrounds me. Friend,
it's too much. It's too much for them.
Okay, it's the sun, baby. So
we are the sun.
We are, and that's why people are intimidated.
Right,
because
but they can
it's
be
not
the sun
even
too.
being conceited. It's about acknowledging that you are what you are a gift, and you have to walk around here like you are a gift. Because if you don't, who's gonna big you up? You're gonna have to be your number one cheerleader before anybody else.
Yeah, and life is trying.
Anybody else.
Yeah. That's part of the love thing, the self-love thing. Like loving yourself and not being able to love yourself, and then you can't love anyone else. That's all of that. Like acknowledgement is love too.
Right.
And it's interesting to see how people like try to vilify and tear down what they don't understand. Like they know that
they try so hard. Go ahead, girl.
But girl,
you hit it on the bot.
I'm just saying, like we all can be the sun, but if you acting like that, you ain't the sun.
Right.
You ain't even the moon.
Right.
I don't know what that is, but it's not. But you have to, like, in order to, like I said, I didn't become vegan. I didn't shift to a vegan lifestyle and do yoga just and write essays just to say I'm a writer who's a podcaster who's a vegan. It's not a label. Like there's work that goes into it, and it's genuine work and it's genuine feeling. And that's the other thing. I don't like fake and phony. So, I mean, I've had so much experience, you would think that I would know it by now. But, I mean, like I said, when y'all first see it, when you first see a red flag, when you get that with that odd feeling in your stomach, that's intuition.
Right.
Normally, it's right. Like, your first instinct and all that, like, normally. Like, we're not, like, you know, sometimes you can be wrong, whatever, but usually you're right. So, I'm just saying, safeguard your life.
It's true. And don't let anybody, even if they try, don't let it affect you, tear you down. Because no matter what nobody say about me, like I said, I'm going to keep doing me regardless of the naysayers, the haters, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to keep doing me regardless of what people say about me.
Yeah.
And you should do the same. Don't ever let somebody affect how you move. You understand? Don't ever let nobody affect how you move.
Giving away power.
Giving away invaluable
power. I was guilty of it. That's why I was angry with myself. And I'm like, self. And I'm like, yes. Because I kind of sound like Isaac Hayes in my head. Well, I kind of sound like Isaac Hayes here, right? Like a singing voice. And I'm a bass. And I was like, you know, you get over it, but not get over it. I didn't say that. It was more like process it.
Right.
But don't be too hard on yourself.
Right.
It was foolish to fall for things several times, having egg on your face for the 7th time. But you know what? Have the egg and release the egg. Release that feeling, because now we're moved on and now you're better aware of how it looks in the future.
Right.
Well, thank y'all for joining us for this really vigorous exchange. I like this conversation. I like this too. We also want to know what y'all experiences are with your own light, safeguarding and harnessing your own light. Because it's a big topic.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. I felt like we touched on a lot of good topics today.
I think so.
Yeah, and definitely share your experiences
these last few episodes
with us. Yeah, share your experience with us, you know, and recommendations, whatever you want us to talk about, we can consider it, we can talk about it, and we'll get back to you. Definitely.
Thank you. Hush_podcast on IG, and also on Spotify. You can reach out to us for inquiries, comments, all of the above. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.